Hi, I'm Jack Leeser with CB. CB's a 4-year-old Lipizzan, and what we wanted to do today is go over 4 different ways of getting your horse to stop or getting control to the point where you can get your horse to stop, because stopping is such a huge part of riding. It's easy to get on and go most of the time, but can you stop whenever you want or whenever you need to? So the 4 different ways that I like to teach how to stop are, first, getting the horse to pay attention to my seat. So when I relax and come down, is my horse coming down? And it's really the opposite. When I want to go, is I bring my life up and say, let's go. When I want to come down, I turn my life off. I just kind of soften in my seat. Can I get my horse to pay attention to that? So that's number 1. Number 2 is, if I need to, I relax first, soften. If my horse doesn't pay attention to that, I'm going to pick up my reins slightly and make a little bit of a contact. It's not a backwards motion, it's more of a lift, almost like you're lifting towards your mouth, because we don't want to pull back and pinch the tongue, so it's lifting. So that's number 2. Number 3, and this is kind of a progression, as if your horse, the more your horse checks out, the bigger, the louder you're going to get. So number 3 would be, is I'm going to put a feel with one rein, and then I'm going to lift the other rein, and then if I need to, I'm actually going to bump it. And that's all dependent on how firm you need to be or how much your horse is checking out. And then the 4th thing is to pick up and bend. Can you do a one rein stop? Now there's all kinds of variations within those 4 things, but that's the 4 basic elements or 4 basic ways of getting your horse to come down. Let's go walking on. And then as we're going walking, then if I want to halt, I just turn my life off, my energy comes down, and he pays attention to that. So I don't have to really do anything more. So again, I'll just bring my life up. We say walk on. And I can even try it on a loose rein here. And then I turn my life off. He doesn't pay attention to it. So then I just pick up slightly with my hands to say, hey, pay attention to my seat. So those are the first 2. Now when we go to 3 and to the 4, that's more of a control type of way of getting your horse to come back to you. So if I'm going along and I pick up a trot and we're trotting along and I want to come down, so I relax down, I can hold back with one rein and lift with the other rein to say, hey, come back to me. And that helps them to stay straight into that halt, because there's times when you're going to be going along, maybe you're on the trail, or maybe you're on a mountainside where you can't go and bend your horse. They need to stay straight, or you're going to get in trouble. So this is more of a way to get a little firmer without bending them and circling them. But if you have the space and the opportunity and you need to, you can go along, and I'm going to relax. He doesn't come back. I can pick up and bend him around into a one rein stop. Now, as soon as you get them bending, think of getting your hand back to your thigh or somewhere in here. The one drawback to a one rein stop is if you keep pulling and the horse is really braced, you can flip your horse over. So just be really careful about that. that you get the horse bent around, either plant your hand on your thigh here or get in this area here with your hand, and as soon as you've got them bent, that you just hold it, don't keep pulling. If you keep pulling, you can, and the horse is pushing and they brace, they can go up and just lay right over on their side. Just look at some of the old westerns and how they were able to flip the horses as they were running down the trail, as they just pick up that inside rein and the horse would just go right over. So just be careful with that. So you want to get them soft, and if they lock up, because the horse that takes off and is on a runaway, is they'll just kind of lock their neck and say, no, you're not having it. And again, you might have to add some rhythm in there and say, hey, come here, get back to me, get some bend, get some control, bringing them down. And if you're in a big open area, maybe it's just going to be a big circle you put them on. That's all you're going to get. And then you slowly bring it down to more and more till you get the bend. Maybe you even need to move some hind end around. But those are all parts of the one rein stop. This is just a brief description of the 4 different ways you can use the reins, and again, there's lots of variations within this. To learn more about these techniques, come join me at one of my trail riding clinics. I hope to see you there.